couple Pro Tour tournaments are underway. They've already happened, and we're going to talk a little bit about them. A couple of the things that happened during these tournaments, some rule changes that we've talked about actually came up in some of these tournaments. So we'll talk about them, and we'll get right into it with one of them. Actually, the first rule that we talked about on a previous episode was the new OB relief rule. Just to refresh some of our memories, if a disc winds up out of bounds, the new rule is that you get not just a straight meter of relief, it's an arc from the point of where the disc left the inbounds area. And you can take it anywhere within that arc. And the place where it kind of got questionable was where discs nearly went out of bounds,
Right.
where you don't get to apply that full arc of a meter rule. And that kind of came up in a couple places in the first two events of the new season. So you guys want to talk about where it kind of came up and how that's going to kind of apply moving forward?
Sure, absolutely. In the All-Star weekend, we saw this happen actually in the FPO field. I know I was watching, and there you could see them gather and discuss what the rule is and how it applies. It was just really interesting to see the top level pros not 100% sure on the rule changes, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're human too, number one. But number two, this is something that everybody really does need to research and know before you play, because every rule applies always.
Sure.
Even if you don't think you're going to need it. I mean, look, even at Vegas, it was riddled with OB lines too. So, I mean, we saw it there too. I don't know how much discussion happened with it, but you know they were thinking about it.
Absolutely. And the thing about this rule in particular is it needs to be looked at like two rules. They are completely separate rules. Are you OB or are you by the OB? In past rules, they were treated the same. Now they're treated differently. Being out of bounds gives you a wide variety of, space to put your footing and find safe play. If you're near OB and you're not penalized a stroke, you just get that traditional relief that 1 meter away. So, do all the pros know the rules by now? I hope so. It's early, and we'll see how it pans out with these rules, other rule changes. We spoke previously about the Mando, playing to the Mando or playing to the basket.
Yes.
So these things will shake out as time goes on, and we'll see where it all lies as our next event gets here.
Yeah, and I think it was great that the questions happened, yes, at the All-Star event, but, that wasn't rated. It was great to see those discussions happen between players, because when you are in that tournament play, things get intense, and maybe it wouldn't have been such a, I don't know, a learning moment,
right.
I guess you could call it.
The All-Star ended up becoming like a preseason to disc golf, which was cool.
Yeah. A hype
like you
event.
said, not rated. The talent having fun, no stress, enjoying the warm weather of Arizona, and great start to the year. And then into Las Vegas with more competition. And the rules haven't been plaguing everybody. I think the rules have been pretty straightforward.
Right.
Not gigantic changes everywhere, just minor ones. So I think it's going to start panning out from here on out.
Right. And like you said, 99% of the time, everybody knows the rules, because every throw there could be a rule that needs to be in place. But we are seeing kind of the ones that are standing out because they're new and people don't necessarily know them. And a quick sidebar, one of our last episodes, we talked about if we were going to encounter any of these new rules that we talked about, and we were going to report back to everybody.
That's true.
Do you remember that?
I do remember.
So,
that.
real quick, did we run into any of these in any of the tournaments we've played since then?
I haven't personally.
No.
I've played.
No?
I've played a couple team challenge things, local things. Still, my first event of the year, and it just didn't come up where I felt that sweeping 1 meter from point of OB would come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm not playing the properties with a lot of OB, such as Las Vegas this weekend at the Wild Horse, right? Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Riddled with OB, riddled with hazards too, and then hazards are
yeah.
hazards. There's no, you play it as it lies, and you just take your stroke too. So no, I haven't had to use it yet.
Anything with the Mando rule, because I think that was one we were specifically talking about.
Oh, not yet.
The way you put your lie, your marker, where depending on your lie is.
Not yet, but I really am excited to see that rule in action when the Pro Tour moves to more wooded courses.
Yes.
I cannot wait. And that's coming down the pike soon. I mean, Waco's coming. That's more wooded. And, of course, endless tournaments throughout the season, very wooded courses. So
Yes.
I think we'll see that one probably with some discussion, potentially,
Yep.
as it comes along, but I have yet to experience it myself.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see another clip of the HyzerCast podcast, click this video right here. If you'd like to see a video from our main channel, Hyzer Media, click this video right here. And if you haven't done so already, click this link right in the middle to subscribe to our channel or the red button down below. Thanks.